That's actually really, really cool. Wow, that is sharp. Oh, she a corn digger. Hello everybody, it's Barry here. Hope you are well wherever you are in the world. Welcome to our kitchen. Today we're doing another kitchen gadget testing video, part of a massive kitchen gadget testing playlist. So don't forget to subscribe to the channel and check out the rest. Put on the sweatband, have a marathon at the end of this video. You'll be there for hours, so you're gonna need the popcorn. Now, as always, before commenting down below, please remember that some of these gadgets can actually help people with disadvantages in the kitchen. We've got a mix of novelty today. We've actually got a sponsored product today and some really fun, quirky and useful items. First thing, I want to start with quirk. This is a quirky item that I mentioned hopefully existed in a recent video, and it does. Recently I did a video where I ate some food, surprise, and when I ate this food I described the sensation of wanting to eat it with a shovel, something with a nice curved edge to catch it, and a lot of you were like, Barry, I think you mean a spoon. And I was like, no, I want a shovel, I want a handle, I want it to be like a spade, you know, a shovel. Well, it turns out they exist in many, many varieties. So there goes that idea. If you've got that curvature, you can actually shovel some food in your mouth, although it is probably less beneficial than, yeah, the spoons actually get hold of it. Oh no. Yeah, they're a little bit cheap, to be fair. So yes, how am I gonna test it? I'm gonna take one of my favorite things, dig down into the muddy earth. Oh my gosh. That is a lot of chocolate spread. Mmm. To be fair, I opted for the one with the less curvature, and sometimes, you know, when you eat something with a teaspoon, you get that sort of like ridge. I mean, it doesn't hurt at all, but you just feel it running down the top of your lip there. That's smooth. I don't think I'm gonna be redesigning a spoon anytime, but it's actually quite fun. Right, our first proper product today is actually an ad. Look, I'm putting huge letters because it's for a brand that I absolutely love, Tefal. In fact, if you're a long-term watcher of the channel, you'll know that basically all of our pans are from Tefal. They very kindly sent me this Ingenio stainless steel pan set. Now, straight from the off, I'm gonna let you guys know that in the description of this video, there's some information on a significant discount code that Tefal have given me for you guys, whether it's this set, they do different ones with smaller amounts in, you get pan handle lids, which we'll come on to right now. And you're probably wondering, why is that box so light, Barry? Have you worked down at the gym? No. It's all there. Now, there's loads of things I could be telling you.
It's got like 10-year guarantee, it's stainless steel, it's non-stick, works on induction hobs.
I don't really want to go into that too much. You need to go to the website, check it out for yourself. I've got it all out of the box that you get right here. They're all stacked in there quite neatly. We've like measuring things on the side as well, and we've got two big old pans too. Now, the lids mean that anything cooked in the saucepans can be kept in the fridge, which is awesome. We'll come on to that in just a bit. But the main headline thing for me is these handles, right? Push that in, and that, can you see that opens up? Look, I can literally walk over to a pan. I'll do it on a frying pan. Come down here, click up. That is ingenious. Huh? Just push these two buttons in, boom, straight out like that. That's amazing. Imagine that I wanted to do something really weird. I'm like, hey, I've got this saucepan. I just want to put it there, all right? And then I'm going to get this and put it there. I got two of those handles in the set, and to be fair, it's not for playing pan chess, although that is actually quite a good invention for a game. It's actually for like tidying up your cupboard. So how we had it stacked before, check out this. So this is legitimately our drawer where we keep our pans and things. We try and keep it as tidy as we can, but it is in quite a bit of a mess. And look, it's got a huge scratch down the side from where we've opened it in the past. Oh my gosh. There we go. You can see, look, we've got some Tefal pans here anyway, but they're all stacked up kind of messy, right? So let me just try a magic trick. Boom. Okay, I'm not very good at special effects, so that is not going to line up perfectly, but look. I've got everything in there, and to be fair, I could stick this on there, I could put the lids in here too, straight in there. And look how much space I've got left. I love that, that's awesome. Then what you would do is, say you were cooking, you'd be like, oh, I want to use this pan, put that down there. Then, as Boston drinks water in the background, you just grab your handle like we showed you before. That is awesome. Once you're done, take it off. Obviously we are going to cook in a minute. And to be honest, I can actually get even more space. Watch this. So I'm going to do this off camera because I need to use both my hands. Look, you can stack all the pans. I could even put the lids on there as well. I'm not going to do that. Look how much space I've got. That is nuts. So I figured one cool way to showcase how we can use this kind of to its max, well, there's so many other ways you could go, is to make a frittata. So let's do that. But what I can do is I can get all of the ingredients, so the tomatoes, the onions, the peppers. I can get my oil, oh yeah, give it a season, and then put that on there through the groove, straight up. Ah, oh, that is so satisfying. And we have started making our frittata. Oh my gosh, that smells so good. It's all nice and softened up, loving the colours. So for the next stage of the frittata process, I've just preheated my oven. That's getting nice and warm now. We need to get our eggs. Into this jug, 100 ml of milk. I'm feeling slightly nicer because you can sometimes use cream to make it really cheeky. Some more pepper. And these are some Italian dried herbs, about a teaspoon of that. Whisk it together. That'll do. Now, this is the cool thing. It has slightly cooled, but that doesn't matter. I've transferred it onto the trivet. I'm keeping the handle on for the time being. I'm gonna sprinkle some cheese in there. This is the cool thing with a frittata. I mean, it's a fluid, so it's just gonna settle and find its way like this. And with that pan still being a little hot, I mean, some people do cook it on the bottom of the hob for a little bit. You can do that if you want, but I wanna do it straight in the oven, okay? This is pan cam, look. Straight into the oven, like this, okay? That is a preheated oven. Take that off. I know, it's a lot to handle. Okay, so the other thing to say, you've got these lids, okay, that they all correspond like that, depending on what set you get. Now these covers can go on top of the pans as well, okay? So this saucepan is 20 centimeters, the biggest one, and the smaller frying pan, if I made the frittata in this isn't supposed to fit on there, but it can cover it like that, and then you could put it straight in the fridge. Now, because I'm using the larger pan, I'm probably gonna just detach it and then put cling film on with any leftovers, but it's just to sort of show you that that's what you could do. So I can actually pull it closer, which is quite good. Look, once that's on there, I can sort of latch like that, press that on, back to pan cam. And I could take that to the table right now and serve that straight onto a plate. All cooked through, flavour packed, still nice and warm. That is bloomin' stonking. So, the last thing I can do, let it get to room temperature, then I'll put some cling film on it because it's the larger pan. If it was one of the smaller ones, just stick one of them lids on. So there it is, nice and cooled down, room temperature, wrapped in cling film, ready, if you want, for another day. I think that summarises the potential of this quite well, but there's so much more you can do. Remember, in the description there is a discount code, so do check that out, and obviously there's loads more information on the Tefal website. Nice one. Long-term viewers of the channel will know there is only one al dente, but we won't go on to that. Here's another one. This is a gadget that a lot of you have wanted me to do. Spaghetti tester and steam releaser. Al dente casts a line or two, so it's literally a fisherman who's hanging off the packaging. Cast a line or two into the pot to reveal whether your spaghetti is ready or not. Spaghetti is up there for me as one of the easiest foods to ever cook. But I'm sure there's some horror stories. In fact, if you do have any, do let me know down below. I'm quite interested. I love sort of stuff like that. But this is a steam releaser, so I think these are those things that clamp on a pot normally, and then you can put a lid on, so maybe we'll look at that. But it's the rod here. Slide the spaghetti through the slot, his rod. Place the al dente on the edge of the pot and let the spaghetti boil. And then you basically test if it's ready, so that the bit that's submerged in the water, the spaghetti is wobbly. Normally with dried pasta, it takes about sort of 10-12 minutes or so in boiling water, which is now ready. Let's give Al a try. Ooh, crikey. That's a real nice bite on that. That's amazing. I really wish I did this when the pan was cooler. Oh, it needs to sink in. Yeah, it's in there like that. Look, it's actually fishing. That's actually really cool. So, the way we test it is probably in about 9 minutes time. I mean, it doesn't matter if you overcook spaghetti, does it? I mean, we've had a spaghetti bolognese a few times here at home, and it's probably been cooked a little longer than it should, and it still goes down the same way. But anyhow, we're gonna push this up, and then we should see a sort of like a floppy rod where it's been submerged in the water, which should let us know, oh my gosh, you want to fall off, which should let us know that the pasta is done. So it's supposed to be a steam releaser as well, right? And I've just been having a look thinking, where does that go? But if I stick that there, I'm going to snap my fishing rod. So I ain't going to do that. We'll concentrate on the fishing. This is where this gadget fails, right? It's been 4 minutes, okay? So almost a third of the total cooking time. Now, if I'm right, look, here we go. Look. But spaghetti does soften quite quickly. Let's be honest, this is cool. It's very fun. Yeah. That fishing rod is not cooked through. And then obviously you've tested if it's ready and it's not ready. So then this bit of pasta is now starting again, whereas the other one has already had 5 minutes or so. Do you know what I mean? So I think it's awesome. I think it's a really fun novelty gift, but obviously do not buy it for someone who is a complete novice in the kitchen and has never cooked spaghetti before. Otherwise they're gonna have medium rare spaghetti. This next gadget is really nuts. In fact, it's wheelie nuts. No? It is wheelie nuts. This is the Nut Zoom. I bought it over 3 years ago and it was reduced then, so I doubt you can even get hold of it anymore. It's a nut chopper. It's like a robot. And oh my gosh, wow, that is sharp. And as you move the wheels, can you see the blades inside going around? Roll to chop easily. And then you open to remove the blade and your chopped nuts. Okay, this is nuts. Why is there, oh there is, there's a second lid here. Here we go, that is way safer. Hello. I'm gonna go for 3 walnut halves, okay? Little passengers in there, all right mate? I don't know if this is gonna emit a noise, but let's take it for a drive. That was horrible at first. It was like old school driving when you used to drive with a choke. Anyone still do that? Oh, yes. Open to remove the blades and the chopped nuts. Okay, so we do, I don't like that. Ah, it's all spilt out, okay. And hopefully, there's just a little spoiler there on the counter. Oh, you've got some chopped, that's pretty good. Although you can buy them pre-chopped in the supermarket anyway. It's really, really fun, but I think it might be discontinued. So good luck finding it. If not, just buy a bag of pre-chopped nuts. Recently, we had a Halloween party. You should know you were actually invited. Thanks for turning up. Anyhow, we made a mountain of jacket potatoes in both our ovens. Slow cooked, oil, pierced them, salt and pepper, bacon really slow for like 90 minutes, turning them a little bit, caramelized goodness. I cannot generally enjoy a jacket potato unless it's slow cooked properly. Now, a lot of people don't have time for that. Mrs. B, in fact, she likes making a jacket potato in the microwave and then finishing it off in the oven. For me, I don't know, I'm just maybe a little bit more jacket potato, I don't know, connoisseur. This is a multi-jacket potato cooker with some horrible spikes on it. I just nicked my finger. Yet they are actually quite sharp, but there's 4 prongs where you're designed to pierce a jacket potato onto each of these strands. And what the heck is that for? Oh! Yes, I didn't even need to look. This is it. It's a carrier for your potatoes. Look, you can put that in. It's got the classic slotty thing in, twist, and there you go. We are so going to do that. We're getting them on. I've left my handle there. That's brilliant. But like it says, you want to pierce a potato a few times so we can turn it over. So that way we've got vents. Oh yeah, they're like proper like Wolverine slashes on there. We've got vents coming all the way through, but I feel like part of me, I want to make sure it's properly pierced. So I'm going to do all 4 sides. Oh, just about fits in there. It's certainly quite cozy, isn't it? We will go for 13 minutes. I gotta be honest, you guys probably heard of a sad onion. All right, Stuart? This is a sad potato. I really wanted to put oil on that and season it. I ain't doing any of that in this microwave game. Right, let's see you in a few minutes and give you an update. Hi, we're Potato Carousel, and this is our new album, Microwave Roundabout. Rock on! Oh, that sound... Oh my gosh, they've sort of shriveled up a little bit. They're a little bit angry. Mrs. B, would you be the jacket potato microwave connoisseur? I know I've just like stumped this on you since you've come in from work.
Okay. Why me then?
That's really, really hot. Look how lopsided it is. I'm just going to put it down here so it can just kind of cool down. I mean, you cut that, it's hot. Look at that. Oh. The texture of the skin is like, you're not getting that crispy flavour. I mean, it tastes like, yeah, I mean, we've put nothing on it. No butter, no cheese or anything.
Just a jacket potato.
Yeah, but that's worked.
Yeah, I remember my nan used to cook me jacket potatoes in one of these.
What, one of those?
Yeah.
I have never seen one in my life. And they've
when I was a kid, when I go with my nan, she's always had one of these. She bought it from like an Avon catalogue, but for like kitchen stuff. You'd be in your element.
Anyhow, the final gadget, which has no instructions but seems fairly self-explanatory and could have been endorsed by Kanye West. She took my money, well, I'm in need. Yeah, she's a potato munching, frittata friend indeed. Oh, she a corn digger. Can you give me more? Oh, Boston's crying. All right, I'm not gonna sing anymore. They had a load of like kitchen-y like utensil things like this, and they have just a name and just photos for instructions. So this thing is a three-way thing that it must do, yes, corn, and then you can zest, and I think they're zesting some ginger, and then you can actually then turn something into juice. So it's a corn digger. You give me more, and you what I need. Open up the corn digger, Kim. Oh no, that's out of date now, isn't it?
Yeah.
I'm not keeping up with the Kardashians. Yes. Oh. Mrs. B's just found there are actual instructions engraved, embossed into here. And if you've got a full cob, you can just push this right down on there. But this is a pusher for the cob as well. You can go back and forth on it. Look at that. Does it great?
Yeah.
Yeah. Great. Right, there's grooves here, and if we've lined them up with the grooves there, so the instructions are now unable to be seen. Oh, I think you wedged that on. You wedged that on like that.
Okay.
And then, look at that.
Oh, amazing. That's better than the hack that we tried.
Oh, yeah. Oh, you can see its head. That's worked well. Now we've got ginger and corn.
That's a very strange combination.
Let's make it stranger.
Orange?
Orange. How are we going to do this? It's like a puzzle. After a massive discussion off camera, look how serious you are. Very serious discussion. It looks like the top is the same for the orange juice. So we're going to try and do the orange juice through the sweet corn thing?
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, you begin to sound more and more like me each day. Look at that. Is there any juice coming out? Yeah. I mean, it's very hard to tell because there's like a real medley of
Just
sweet corn and... Oh no, it's definitely...
Oh, I'm really scared that's going to pop out.
Well, let's do that. There you go. Oh, that's what you do. You push that down as the plunger.
Amazing.
And then you kind of stuck with like an orange sponge.
So you need your shovel.
Oh yeah. But then look how much juice is left. I don't know if that's really good for the juice. There's so much more left in that, look.
It's really good for the sweet corn.
Yeah, really good for the sweet corn. Great for the ginger. But actually, to be fair, it's like a fine grater, so you can probably do like cheeses and things like that too.
Zester.
A zester. Thank you for your cameo, Mrs. B.
You're welcome.
Now, aside from the frittata pan that you've got acquainted with there, we got some pans, and you know that, right? Mm-hmm. But you haven't seen them unpacked.
No.
We have this thing where Mrs. B doesn't like me showing our cupboards on camera, and this is obviously, I showed you at the start of it, there's a good reason why. Have a look down there. Right, bottom one. Just the bottom. Yeah, I haven't done the top one, sorry.
Where's everything gone?
Look, that's the handle.
gosh.
I put it all in there. So we've got the pans, that's one that I used earlier as well. We've got lids and all that as well.
Oh, wow. Look how tidy it is.
I know, obviously I've got to put some of our other ones back in there, like the wok and things, but
Oh,
hey.
amazing. Oh, I love it.
Just don't look at the top one.
Okay,
All right?
and there's no like lids clattering, like wobbling about or anything when you shut it?
Not yet. Thank you so much for watching, folks. Thank you for Tefal for sponsoring the video. Remember to check out the description for the potential discount code for you guys. Don't forget to put on your sweatband, have a marathon, check out the rest of the gadget videos, as I say, and subscribe if you have not already for regular fun food content. Cheers then, bye!
I'm a raw meat rapper, baby, ain't signed to no label, but I'm spreading out these lyrics like topping on a bagel. Cooking is the shizzle, so don't you get stressed, just get a hot pan and some chicken breast.
We have made spaghetti, baked potatoes, a frittata today, but yeah, this has got to be up there as the least appetizing. Not quite a cranberry candle though. Cheers, guys.